our Abra. Chansey, very good. Finishing off great with an illustration rare. There's our Rocket Giovanni, and there's our illustration rare. So Probo Pass. Georgia here. We're back with another one. You know what time it is today. You guys already can tell we got our Destined rivals because we got Jesse and James. And today's challenger, maybe you already got it from this, is Twilight Masquerade, our big boy Greninja. Got Twilight Masquerade, a bunch of loose packs from ETBs, bundles, blisters, etc., etc. So today's challenger is going to be Twilight versus Destined rivals. We got 4 rounds each. 4 of 9, and we're gonna see how that goes, so make sure to stick around and see what we get. Obviously starting off with Twilight, because right now Destined rivals is the hot stuff. We're trying to see what we get, but we've already seen both of these a lot at this point. Destined rivals, we've opened up a good amount at this point. So we're starting with Twilight, going straight to the back, and starting off with a hit. That's always good. First pack, first hit, but it's just a regular old EX, Iron Thorns. We're gonna put him right here in the back and just go with the next one. That's how it's going to be going. We got 9 on each side. By rounds, we do this kind of like a point where, depending on rarity, they take out each other. If not rarity, we see what was the most worth it. If they both got nothing, they end up tying. That kind of stuff. And also Twilight Masquerade. We haven't pulled the big boy. We have him right there, but we haven't pulled him, so that's another little mission we got there. Hopefully we can, and if not, it's fine. We know how things are. But here we still had our ace specs. So we got our Legacy Energy, and Destined rivals, we don't got ace specs, so not really gonna count it towards anything. Still very nice looking cards with that pinkish purple. Sleeve them up, put them there, but I'm not counting it towards the hits in that sense, because it's already a little unfair because we got a booster box versus random stuff from Twilight. So I'm not going to take it and count it towards those hits. But we're just going to see how that turns out because, again, we did get some maybe from one ETB, but we also mixed up a bunch of stuff from bundles, things like that. So maybe something is going to come out, maybe something won't come out. You never know what this is. And there we go again. He's right there, right after the other. Another Legacy Energy. Exactly the same ace spec. So, again, it's not impossible to come out in the same stuff, but we are mixing them. We got them mixed up, and they're going to be showing up everywhere. As long as it's not just only ace specs, we still want to see those illustration rares, those full arts, but we're going to see how that turns out for us. Because, again, this is only the first round. 3 more packs of Twilight. But Twilight was also something where it was kind of hard to get hits. It's always like in every other set. It can be kind of difficult to get what you want, obviously. I've got a Hearth Flame Mask, another EX. So if nothing comes out for the throne, I'm just going to keep putting them back here. Nothing's really going to change that. But that means if we do get a throne-worthy card, it's probably just going to immediately win. Also depends because we got 2 EXs. So right now the count there is 2 EXs versus we will see with Destined. We got our boy Shinx, Girder, and Pheasantipity. And already, pack number 9. Let's see how we finish off with round 1 in Twilight. And check what we got to go against with Destined. Last 3, we got our Abra. Chansey, very good. Finishing off great with an illustration rare and one of the big ones, honestly. Chansey is a big girl in this set. Price right there on the screen for you guys. So we got two EXs and an illustration rare. So that's our Twilight Masquerade round. Now let's go straight to Destined rivals. See how this one turns out. Now with this, since it's a booster box, we should be getting probably more shirred stuff. Again, we got an illustration rare on those 9. Oh, we got an EX already. First pack, first hit again, even though it's this different box, different stuff. But an EX already fighting off that other EX. Now we just need another EX and an illustration rare, and they end up tying, which is highly likely because, again, this is a booster box. So we're assured more things with what we were with the Twilight, because there it was honestly just a bunch of mixed stuff together. But here we do have all from the same booster box. So we're trying to see how that turns out. 9 from each side. So there's 2 from each side, I mean. 9 packs in each try of the 9. Because we have 4 rounds total. So 9 from one, 9 from the other. That's the right side. And then 9 and 9 again is the left side. So don't get mixed up, because that's how that usually goes. We do one entire side first. Oh, Persian. Looking nice. Team Rocket's Persian. We got our full art here. Our first throne card for this side. But looking nice. I don't think this one has an illustration rare of Persian. But there is one from Shrouded Fables. We've seen that guy good amount. Here we have the Meowth. Instead of Persian, it's no longer him. It's a Meowth. There's our Rocket Giovanni, and there's our illustration rare. So there's already the tie there. Or probably already beat out, because again, full art better than EX and illustration for illustration. So we still have 4 packs to go. So let's see what else comes out here. But if something else does come out, then it's a for sure win for Destined, because nothing really else came out here except for the 2 EXs and the illustration. Can't count those A specs, even though they are the same A spec and they're still a hit. Oh, there we go. We got our Garchomp EX. Very nice. So there's our 2 EXs gone. Illustration for illustration, and then we have a full art as the above card. And even if we did count those A specs, that full art would take both of them out. So very good there. Last 3 packs. So we're already getting some stuff here in our first packs. Got a full art, an illustration, and 2 EXs. What we've been seeing with these booster boxes is there's a lot of EXs. Just like Journey Together, there's like at least what we've seen the most, 8. But sometimes we get 7. Sometimes we get... Well, I don't think we've gotten any with just 6. They're usually 7 and up. So you're gonna get a lot of EXs either way. So we already got 2 of those out of the way, meaning there's a good amount left. Another 6 at least, or 5. Last pack here, Magikarp and Zeraora. So first round, Destined Rivals. So first round, it's been taken by Destined Rivals. Now we're gonna keep going with our Twilight Masquerade. It's not a bad round. Both put up some fight there, but again, we did end up getting a little more than we were expecting, from the sense that we got 2 EXs, an illustration, and a full art. Because I've seen booster boxes where we open up in rounds and we get an EX and that's about it. So we got a little lucky there, because maybe another round will give us, and we don't really get much. Got our Wellspring mask, but the regular EX Wellspring. So again, starting off with an EX here. We got 2 of the masks. Now we need the other 2. The green one is the most elusive, because even though they all should have the same amount of probability, the green one is the one I think that's the most played. So he's the one that comes out the least, apparently. But here's our 3. Our Clefable and Alakazam. And we're just going to keep it going like that. Because, again, even though those masks are probably the biggest from this, in the sense that they're the ones that are where they came out, I think, in this set. That's where they were shown. But they are the big ones. Oh, Teal Mask. Ogre Pawn. Full art. Very nice. I am going to take down our chance in that sense that this is the newest thing. And we were just talking about the green mask. So there's our full art of the green mask. These guys are very useful, ability-wise, attack-wise. And a lot of people use them in their decks. So it's a nice little call out there. And the regular EX, I think, looks nice too. And when usually most of these EXs don't look really any good. But that's our full art. I don't know if in the game it's the same one and it just changes masks, or you need to give it the mask and it changes the type, or there is each type where it has its own mask and it doesn't change type, think that'd be a little cooler in that sense, where you can just get in the mask and it changes the type. We got our another EX, so that's 3 hits already, 2 EXs and a full art. But let me know down in the comments, guys, is the game like that? Because I don't even know if you can. Obviously you can get them in the game, I imagine you can, but I think that's in the DLC of Scarlet and Violet, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet. I mean, it's in the DLC where they go with the Terpagos and stuff. But I haven't even freaking played the game, honestly. I've played like the first or second gym at this point. I usually play whenever I can. But that game's been out forever and I never even tried getting it to play it, so. Promo Pass! This is a big hit in the sense that we have a full art, an illustration rare, and 2 EXs that need to get beaten by Destined rivals, which can be difficult. Again, this is all one booster box, so maybe the likelihood of getting 4 hits like we did in the previous one, we got 4 hits, exactly what we're doing here with these 9. Let's see if this last one gives us something. And this last one did give us something, guys. Oh my god, our secret rare Buddy Pofin. Jesus Christ. So again, now with that, we have everything to go against. We have the 2 EXs, an illustration, a full art, and a secret. Very well, so Jesus. Let's see how this round goes. I'm pretty sure it might go to Twilight, but we don't give up hope here. Either way, again, we're putting them up against each other, so we could get lucky with one round, unlucky with another. It all depends what it all depends what gets put against each other. These look so fire. Ugo doesn't have it. This one actually looks dope. Like these previous ones where they're just regular full arts, I don't really like it much. So it looks like they're dead in the background, but this one, that looks way better. But oh my god. Speaking of it, we got our gold versus our gold there. Now, we got the hard part out of the way. All we need is to get 2 EXs, a full art, and an illustration. But that's a nice little rounds to start us off there. Oh my gosh. So, gold Ethan's Ho-Oh. Very nice. If that's what they look like, I like them. They're cool. Because those trainer ones... Oh, there's an EX. The regular trainers, I don't really like them because honestly it does remind me like, are they ghosts? They're in the spirit world, they're dead or something. But here, they really stand out in that sense, so depends. I mean, who knows? Really nice looking. And it only really started in the previous one, Journey Together. So, it wouldn't really be hard to collect them at this point if you're interested in them. But there's our 3. Hippopotas, Skarmory, and Tyranitar. And that actually, again, that breaks our streak of booster boxes. That we haven't been getting a full secret or an alt. And with that secret, that doesn't mean we can't get an alt. So hopefully this breaks our curse there and we get both. But again, you never know with this kind of stuff. Right there, we only had an EX and a gold. So this round could be lost. But we won't know till we get to the last pack of this round. We have 4 more to go after this one. So we still have a good possibility here. Our Dolive, Claydol, and Annihilate, which gets lower and lower each time. But we got our gold versus our gold. So that's honestly the biggest one. I was like, shoot, it's going to lose this round. But here, this gives us like a possibility. Maybe it happens, maybe it won't, but we will see. Okay, so in this pack, we got our Zeraora. Oh, there we go. A Spadops, which is our illustration rare. That looks cool. I like the green here. Very much stands out, and Spadops becomes the center. So this match has been a little close in that sense. We still have, this is our 3rd to last pack. We need a full art and an EX, and that ties this round. Wasn't really expecting a tie from this one. But let's see if we can even get close to that. There's our EX. So all we need is a full art. If we get another illustration, that's going to put us above. And it's going to take the round from behind. And I was not expecting that at all. But that's how it goes. Maybe this side got loaded. This right side had all the hits. But we will see. It still needs one more. So again, Twilight could end up winning or losing out with this last one. Got our last pack. And we'll see how this one turns out. But so far, it would still mean they're tied with 1-1. But if this round ends in a tie, even more close for Destined Rivals to take it. Tyranitar, Zamazenta, and yeah, it took it in the end. Twilight Masquerade, it ended up beating it out with just a full art because those golds ended up tying it. But 1-1. Moving right along, round number 3 here with Twilight. Okay, if we get another round like that, that's going to be dope. Because again, that Buddy Buddy is the only gold Buddy Buddy in the set of Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet. So, it's a sought after card. Palafin starting us off. These rounds are always starting us off strong, at least in this sense. Palafin, I don't really care about him, but it's a nice looking full art in that sense. Doing his hero pose. I don't know how much that has to do with My Hero Academia. That they made basically All Might Palafin Pokemon, like as a hero from that anime. Got our Blissey too, so 2 already. But that's what I think. I don't know how right or wrong I am. Let me know down in those comments if I'm just overthinking that or if there is some thought to it. But already 2 hits in our first 2 packs. So that's good with our Okie Dokie there. But those could be our only 2 from these 9. We never know. There's our code. And there's R3. Starting off great. EX and full art. As long as we keep getting something else, it's going to make it a nice, interesting round. And it could still be an interesting round in that sense that Destined Rivals next 9 could have nothing. Or could have literally just the same stuff as Twilight. And then they end up tying. We don't know. And a Morris. Our next ones, because again, already flying through these as well, because there's only 4 or 3 left after this one, because they go quick, because we're doing it quick in that sense, because we've seen these guys so many times. There's another Monkey Dory, very meta card at the moment, very used. People didn't really care about that guy, and then out of nowhere, Monkey Dory is meta, so now people want him and they use him. Oh. There's our 3. Polcha, Poliwag, looking and contemplating life. But our last 2 here, because again, these had obviously the Blood Moon Ursaluna. They had the masks. A lot of nice cards here. Now that we have both our secrets on each side, we need to see an alt from each side now too. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Here's our code, last pack, and again, it did end up looking like that. First 2 hits ended up being the only 2 hits with an A spec, and that won't count towards anything. Our survival brace. So we have an EX and a full art for Destined Rivals to go against in this round. So round number 3 for Destined. Let's see how this one goes. The goals, I'm going to end up leaving them now unless we get an alt to take them down. Because we're not going to get another gold here for, obviously, Destined. It's a possibility for Twilight. Because, again, those are just a bunch of mixed packs. Some of them are from the same box. Some of them aren't. Got our Larvitar, Recycler, and Wobbuffet. But Destined has the round to take, honestly. It didn't take it in the last one because, honestly, Twilight brought it as well with 5 hits. And it got pretty close with just full art away. But here, it just has a full art and a EX to beat. There's our Typhlosion. Which, honestly, there's a very dope Typhlosion card here in this set. Be a nice one to pull as well. But, again, if we do, that means Ethan's Pokemon are protagonizing there. Because we got the gold Ethan. And then we would need another Ethan card as well. Another Team Rocket's Spidops, but there we got the other Spidops. Looking fire right there with the green and the black. Makes this very well. There's our code. RWW. And R3. Nidoran. Jim and Ho-Oh. There's our first one of the round. Our EX. Another Ethan's Ho-Oh Pokemon. Exact one. Just regular EX. Let's see if we can get that full art. That would tie us up specifically. And we still have 4 more to go after this one. So the chances are still there. There's our Articuno. I like the red, the contrasting of the red that it shows there in that one. Looks very nice compared to the blue that's usually with Articuno. That little red in the background, the stormy clouds. I don't think it has stormy clouds, but the storm-like background looks cool. Makes it stand out even more. But last 3 packs already, and all we've gotten is an EX. That happens with the booster box. You already know it does, because maybe the first side was loaded, the other side is a little less, or they're just in the back. Because again, these are the 9 packs. These 9 could have just had something, the other ones couldn't have, because we did get 4 of the big hits in the previous one. Illustration rare, a secret. So it's likely that that could have happened, and it could take the round because of that. Because all that we've pulled so far is an EX. And another EX, Arboliva, which doesn't beat out a full art. So unless we get something worthwhile in this last pack, Twilight takes another round. So last pack. Then we got 1 round to go. Which doesn't mean Destined loses, obviously. But we got to see how this one goes. What kind of fight we got to put it up against. There's our code. And our last 3. Mankey, Porygon, and Judge. So our Judge ends up taking this round for Destined Rivals, actually. Because we got an extra EX there. But Judge, each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws 4 cards. So that one got taken by Destined Rivals. We have just 1 more round. Let's see how it goes for this one. Because right now, that means Destined is taking it with 2-1. But we'll see if Twilight can give a comeback and tie it in that sense. Or she's going to lay down and be quiet. Got our Walking Wake. That second round was a nice one. It wasn't being quiet there. Hopefully we get another one like that where it won't be quiet. We get that alt and an alt versus again. We got our secret versus. Now we need an alt versus, which would be fire. There's our code. And our 3. Sunkern. Oh, Sunflora. Beauty card. Beauty. Don't have it. Jesus. Beautiful card. Got our 5 Sunflora there. We got a Watermelon, a Ramune, and then just a nice little background. Like these colors. They stand out. Very nice. But that's the first for this round. An illustration rare. We've been getting an illustration rare in each round, I think, except one of them. One was Probo Pass. In the previous one, we didn't get an illustration. Round 3, we didn't get an illustration, but we got an illustration in each other one. Pheasantipity. So that's something else there too. We got another one. That means we got 1 per round. You could average it out to that. But round number 3 was the one we didn't get an illustration. Got our Alakazam. And maybe, who knows, that could just be our only hit for this one. Obviously, we want more. So go for it. At least an EX. Because that means we would need to pull another EX in our booster box, which I'm pretty sure is at least assured at this point. There's our EX, and it's a Dragapult, so nice one there. Good one to put up against. Nice little meta card too as well. That Dragapult and that Teal Mask make a good combination from what I've seen. So nice good combo there. And we have our other 3. Jammin' Tower and an Infernape. And already down to our last 3 here. 1 more hit would be nice. Makes a little more competitive there. And if it's one of the alts, even more competitive. There's our 3. Sunflora again. Darumaka and Pheasantipity. So at the moment, just an illustration and a EX. One and another to see how that will go for us. Screwed this. But again, these packs do end up getting open, but sometimes they don't open up properly with that pin. So I need to end up ripping it. There's our code. And our 3. Here with 1 pack to go. Our Walking Wake is there. And last pack. Let's get some magic here. Just like we do with our first packs. We get hits. Let's get something in our last pack as well. Our last 3. Got our Heliolisk, Chiyu, and not really, but we did get an EX and an illustration rare for the last round. So, like Ugo's pointing out, in theory, Destined Rivals has it easy because we've pulled 2 illustrations, meaning there should be at least another illustration, and there's still EXs left, so it should be a relatively easy round for Destined in that sense. Because it does have more supposedly left in the booster box. So let's see. There's our code. And R3. The thing is, we don't know if it's gonna happen earlier or later. That's the issue. But we'll see how this goes. Because it could be the last 2 packs we get the stuff, and then they end up being a tie for some damn reason. Or they are closer to the middle. We don't know. Our Primeape, Beldum, and Zeraora. Because how it's looking is kind of might be what it is. Because these guys like to stress me out in that sense. We always get the last stuff closer. Makes it a little more closer of a battle. But there's our EX. Our Garchomp, which we already pulled the Garchomp. Now that means we got an extra Garchomp. But still, there's our EX. Now we just need an illustration. Which could be beaten out easily by another alt. Or an alt, sorry, not another one. But if we get an alt, definitely wins out. Got our MC's Kype and our Gorabyss. But that's how it goes. We don't know what's going to come out. And we have 3 packs left. So, again, it's leaving up to chance. It's pressuring. All we've gotten is our EX. Let's see what we get in these guys. Arrokuda and Annihilate. So, does leave it down to our last 3. Let's see how it goes. Because if not, imagine that would be not be a sucky booster box, because we did get our secret, but kind of expecting something else. Our Sneasel, and Mimikyu. And in our last 2 packs, let's see how it goes. Will this be our first booster box with both? Will it be the one that breaks the curse at least with the gold? Let's check it out. With our Orbeetle illustration. So that ties it actually. Doesn't break it, because this ends up tying the round with this guy. Now we need something in our last pack to win this round. If not, they tie the last round. Our code. And our last 3. Let's see what ends up happening here. Need a Reno. Rocket's Botherbot. And it brought it out with another EX. At least that means Destined Rivals takes that round. That means it beat it out by 1 EX this round. 3-1. So to finish off, round-wise, Destined Rivals did take it. We got 3-1. But here I'm just going to show you guys quickly. These basically have almost the same amount. 15 on Twilight, 14 for Destined. Here the A-Specs ended up bringing it up. So I'm going to put down that first one. And that way we can do 1-1s. So Legacy and an EX. Another Legacy and an EX. And here, this is where they start. They basically have 6 EXs, 6 EXs. Palafin and Grimmsnarl. Iron Thorns and Ho-Oh. Nidoking and Hearthflame. Another Nidoking and Wellspring. Me and Uber were talking about that we thought only Garchomp was a double one, but Nidoking came out twice as well in the same booster box, which is weird, but hey, We've already talked about that kind of stuff on this channel. Dragapult and Garchomp, and then Blissey and Garchomp. And here, full arts. We got 2 full arts. Palafin Judge. And again, the other 2 second full art is our Teal Mask and Team Rocket. In the end, they ended up being pretty equal. It's just the A specs that brought it up a difference there. Our Rotom and Probopass, our Sunflora and our Orbeetle, our Spidops and our Chansey, and even the last one, the 2 golds, Buddy and Ho-Oh. So obviously gold crown there for them, but they came out pretty equal in that sense. The legacy energies and the brace of the A specs changed it a little bit, but if not, they would be the same, honestly, because those A specs could be EXs. But that's been the video, guys. I've been George Sword. Let me know what you thought, what you think about Destined Rivals at this point. We finally got a secret rare coming out of these boosters, which we hadn't done at all till this point. So let me know down in those comments what you thought. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys know when we have a video coming up. Leave a comment and share the video so we can keep growing and having other people here with us opening some Pokemon stuff. So that's been the video, guys. I've been Georgiasaur. Hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night whenever you're watching. Peace out.